What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CU04 YouTube channel, where an Andy Cook double gives Bradford all 3 points versus Carlisle United at Valley Parade in what was, to be fair, a really good away day. From a Carlisle perspective, the atmosphere in that away end was absolutely fantastic from start till finish. It was a really good day out. Unfortunately, the result didn't go our way. And obviously we'll talk about that in a minute. But in terms of the fan support, I think there was 1,700 plus in that away end over the two stands, and it was a really good atmosphere. And unfortunately, again though, on the pitch just doesn't meet the fans. Well, not only the fans' atmosphere, but the fans' expectation as well. We did try and play some nice football on Saturday. We did try and play, out from the back. We tried to play a different style of football. We were playing a four back. We'd moved away from the 5 back that Paul Simpson had played. Obviously Stephen Wood and the others looked at that and decided they wanted to go for a more positive approach to the game. But unfortunately, it was very much same old Carlisle United that we've seen too much over not only this season but last season as well. And I really hate to keep going back to last season, but too many things are exactly the same as last season. The mentality still seems to be with this group of players, even though it's a different group of players. A couple of mistakes cost us the game. John Mellish, obviously, major part in that first goal as we're playing out. And my problem with John Mellish in the back four is when he's in the back 5 and he goes on a run or he does something, he's always got that man to cover him. He doesn't have that in the back 4. And he was very isolated at times. Bradford pressed high on Carlisle a lot. And we struggled with that at the back. And unfortunately, that Mellish mistake allowed their player to come in and he plays it across the box. Andy Cook's got a tap in to make it 1-0. That was only just 2 minutes into the game. Speaking of ex-Bradford players, we've got Harry Lewis in goal, which I thought Harry Lewis actually had a pretty decent performance, to be fair, in the Carlisle shirt. He made a really, really good double save just before their second goal, I believe it was. And I think the way that the fans got behind him in the game, obviously he was getting a bit of stick from the Bradford fans, and the Carlisle fans were, trying to get behind him. With the Super Harry Lewis in goal chant and everything like that. I think that's the most backed he's been as a Carlisle player. I think hopefully that gives him a little bit of confidence. Obviously it's not been an easy ride for him since he's came in, but I thought the Carlisle fans were really behind him on Saturday, and as I say, hopefully that can give him the confidence going forward. Harrison Biggins looked quite decent as well. What I've seen of him, he seemed to have a pretty decent game. Jordan Jones, I feel like we're seeing sort of glimpses of what he can do, just not seeing that full performance from him yet. Archie Davis, again, I said this last week, offensively he looks really, really good, but in the back 4, I'm not sure if he, is the right back you want, because he's more up the pitch. There was generally, when we made the substitute of what Luke Armstrong on and put Luke Armstrong on the wing, I generally was thinking put Jack Ellis at right back and put Archie Davis as right wing. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but offensively he gets forward really well. He's really good with the ball. Don't get me wrong, some of his crosses were high and wide, but I thought overall Archie Davis had a decent game. It was good to see Cameron Harper back on the pitch. Obviously, I hope Ben Williams is okay. It looked like a really nasty injury from where we were stood. So hopefully he's okay. But we had moments in the game, and unfortunately them moments for us didn't transpire into anything really. Charlie Wyke hit the post, but other than that, didn't really do anything. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying that he's brilliant in the air and stuff. I'm not seeing it, to be honest with you guys. He's losing too many aerial battles for me, week in and week out. I think we missed the pace of Dan Ajuajeyi, to be perfectly honest. Our equaliser sort of came from, it was a corner that came in And Harrison Neal sort of just flicked it on, and their goalkeeper, Sam Walker, has spilled the ball. He's dropped the ball into the back of the net. It wasn't even a half chance, to be honest with you. But that away end erupted. It was great scenes in that away end when that equaliser went in. That clip is in the video as well for you guys. But yeah, our goal sort of came from nothing. We didn't really have any clear-cut chances. You know, it's a very similar Carlisle United performance. We don't have that many clear-cut chances. We get done by a couple of mistakes and we give the opposition the win. I'm not saying Bradford didn't deserve to win, but we played a big part in giving Bradford the win on Saturday. But the thing that really annoyed me the most on Saturday's performance, you know, obviously it was good to see us trying to play some positive football. It was good to see us trying to play, you know, a different formation. We're not with the negative at the 5-back. We're playing the 4-back and everything like that. But the thing that really annoyed me was we had a counter-attack where Charlie Wyke's bringing the ball forward as slowly as possible. It's like watching slow motion. But Wyke's bringing the ball forward. He plays it out wide. This is generally like a 3-on-2 counter-attack. A really good position for Carlisle. He plays it across to Dominic Seidai, who crosses it in, and he comes to absolutely nothing. And then one ball from the Bradford defender to the midfielder, and Bradford, all of a sudden, are on the exact same counter-attack we've just had. Bradford then cross the ball in, Andy Cook heads it and scores. We should have scored our counter-attack, which puts us 2-1 up in the game, but instead, not even a minute later, I would say, Andy Cook makes it 2-1 to Bradford. That's the thing that annoyed me the most. We had them sort of opportunities where we've just a bit more quality. We would be through on goal and we would be scoring a goal, which is, it's crazy to say, I'm saying, with a bit more quality. The player in question is Charlie Wyke, a very, very capable football player. But, as I say, we got countered, and Andy Cook, another very good football player, let's not get it wrong, pull it in, make it 2-1, and that was the game. From a Carlisle perspective, it was another disappointing one. Positives, but again, very disappointing. I still think some people are overreacting. We are still very early in the season, only 5 games in. I don't think it's. I don't think there's too much to be really, really concerned about now. I think once we get a new manager in, hopefully things start to click. Obviously, if we get a manager in and things does, then I'll be a bit more concerned. But as of now, I'm not too concerned about the league position. Stockport lost 4 in their first 5 games last season and went on to win the league. So I think we might just be okay. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but I think we'll be okay. But what was your thoughts on the Bradford game? Were you down on Bradford at the weekend? Let me know in the comments down below. There is some clips in the video, not as many as usual, but there is still Carlisle's goal in there and some of the great atmosphere from that away end as well. But for now, I've been CUFO. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.